What's going on, everyone? Kyrie Irving. He is in some pretty hot water because of a tweet, and Joe Tsai and the entire organization, and even the NBA has now released a statement against it. If you want all the details on that, go look it up. Not really what I want to talk about in this video, but beyond that, the Brooklyn Nets are also just struggling mightily right now, right? I mean, they have one win. They just look in complete disarray. They don't look very good outside of Kyrie and Kevin Durant, and the two of them clearly can't carry the workload enough. They don't have anyone else stepping up. I know some people are like, the Brooklyn Nets are missing players, and okay, the Lakers are missing players too. It doesn't mean that it's all of a sudden the Lakers are going to be a contender because Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant are coming back. And it's the same thing for the Brooklyn Nets. They have their core guys. All of their important players are there. TJ Warren hasn't played in like 18 months. We'll see how he turns out. Seth Curry, yeah, he could be a solid contributor, but he's not a guy that's going to all of a sudden just turn the tides of the Brooklyn Nets. The key pieces are there. And the big question is, if the Brooklyn Nets continue to fall and continue to just, underperform, what does Brooklyn do? Does Brooklyn just say, hey, it's time to move on? Because if they don't trade Kyrie Irving, they don't have anything back. They don't have any salary cap space. They lose him for nothing, and they can't replace him because they have, Ben Simmons on a max deal. They have Kevin Durant on a max deal, and they'd have, guys like Joe Harris and stuff where multi-year deals. So they're strapped, right? So you might as well get something for Kyrie Irving rather than nothing. And Kyrie linked to the Lakers, it makes the most sense. The Lakers could really use the service. I don't think this would happen anytime soon. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Lakers do. Do the Lakers actually make a move, or do they, wait patiently and see if come the trade deadline, Kyrie Irving wants out from the Lakers again, maybe Kevin Durant wants out, Brooklyn Nets are an absolute mess. That's something else to keep in mind. But we're also getting reports from NBA executives over on the Heavy that don't believe that Kyrie Irving would move the needle for the Lakers right now. As put in a quote, no one is scared of them if you swap out Russell Westbrook and put Kyrie on that team. They further elaborate, but they're probably going to look for the star, make another run at Kyrie Irving, even though they don't have max to give him, though no one is scared of them if you swap out Russell Westbrook and put Kyrie Irving on the team. Now, are teams scared of them? Maybe not. Scared is a strong word. They're not, Kevin Durant on the Warriors good with Kyrie Irving, but they are a much better team. Like, if you had Kyrie Irving right now and you swapped Kyrie Irving for Russell Westbrook, the Lakers are night and day better. The Lakers aren't, I can guarantee you the Lakers aren't 0-5 right now. They might be 4-1, maybe even 5-0, because you would have had a guy like Kyrie Irving who could have closed those games out for the Lakers and knocked down shots. Absolutely, the Lakers would be a night and day different team, a better team overall. This team would be good enough with Kyrie and LeBron James to, if Anthony Davis missed games, they could go. If the Lakers got Kyrie Irving, with the team that we have right now, like if we didn't do a single other trade and we just got Kyrie Irving, the Lakers are a legit contender. I mean, you already have a top two. I believe they dropped since then to number 4, number 3, number 4. But you got a top 5 defense in the league. And if you could go and trade for Kyrie Irving, you're still going to have that top 5 defense, but you just got a shooter, a scorer. You got everything. That whole problem of we can't score. Well, guess what? That problem's going to go away because now you can score, because now you got a guy like Kyrie Irving that can score and shoot the ball and play on the ball, and we know works with LeBron James. There is no way that executive, if it's even real, those anonymous executives, yada, 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 that whole thing, there's no way that they believe what they just said, that no one is scared of Kyrie Irving on the Lakers. LeBron James playing the way LeBron James playing, top 5 defense in the league. Kyrie would probably make us a top, 10 offense probably. And guys, if they at any point start making threes, this team is terrifying. What are you talking about? Because now you got your closer. Now you don't have to worry if it's close games and it's tight games. You got a guy in Kyrie Irving that can close them out. You got a guy in Kyrie Irving who's not afraid of the moment. It would absolutely change the scope of the Lakers. Problem is, can the Lakers wait long enough to see what happens with the Brooklyn Nets? That's the thing. Because I do think if come the trade deadline, Brooklyn is like, 5 or 10 games under 500, I think they blow it up. Because Kevin Durant himself said the reason he wanted to leave was because he did not believe he could win with this team. And he said, I'm only getting older and I wanted to go somewhere else. And if this team does not turn it around, then you think Kevin Durant's going to ride it out? Of course not. And then if he wants out again, then Kyrie's definitely not going to want to be there again. They're not going to want to pay Kyrie. Kyrie's already, shining negative light, and the owner has to come out, and the entire NBA has to come out and say stuff. And on top of that, it's Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving, tomorrow mood completely changes. Now he wants to take a couple nights off, whatever. Kevin Durant, he might want out. Ben Simmons, the Brooklyn Nets and the NBA might completely turn on him again, and now Ben Simmons is falling apart again. Like, it's a disaster for Brooklyn right now, and I don't see it getting any better. I don't see Brooklyn just magically turning it around. They can't beat the good teams. It was the same problem last year. They can't beat the good teams in the league. They can beat the Orlando Magic, teams that are, the bottom feeding teams. They can beat those teams, but they can't beat the Celtics, the Heat, the Bucks, the Sixers, like teams like that. They can't beat those teams. It's the same issue last year. They have it this year. Just like the Lakers. The Lakers had a lot of the same issues last year. They have them this year. Like, at this point, Brooklyn's going to have to make a decision. And who can blame them if they decide to just blow it up? If you're the Nets and you're a Nets fan, you have to, they did everything. They tried everything they could. They finally convinced everyone to stay around and ride it out and stick it out. And it just didn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. There is not a team in the league that wouldn't have done the same thing Brooklyn did. If any team had an opportunity to go get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they would have done it. I mean, the Warriors went and got Kevin Durant, and they didn't even need him because he's that great. And they made an unbeatable team. There's not a team in the league that wouldn't go and get Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Like, even right now, even with all the mess and the drama that is going on with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, I bet you 99% of the teams in the league would go get both of them if they could. And because they would believe, oh, well, the Nets just couldn't make it work. I can make it work. We can make it work here. Or just the ticket sales, stuff like that. Like, come on. You're telling me a team like the Knicks wouldn't do that? You don't think the Lakers would trade Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook for Kyrie and KD? Absolutely. The Lakers would do that tomorrow. You don't think the Brooklyn Nets would trade Kawhi Leonard, who just can't play for them? Like, you telling me they wouldn't trade him for Kevin Durant and probably trade Paul George for Kyrie Irving? I bet you they would. Like, they might not really want Kyrie Irving by himself, but if you get Kevin Durant, if you could swap Kawhi Leonard and Paul George for Kyrie and KD, I'm pretty confident the Clippers would do that. Like, there are a lot of teams in this league that would probably do that. And so it just, at some point, the Brooklyn Nets are going to have to make a decision. They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to look into something because this team just isn't going to do it. This team isn't going to cut it. You don't have assets to trade. You don't have salary space. You might as well go and get quality value for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's going to be enough to get you a legit quality team. Like, right now, if you're the Brooklyn Nets, you could probably, with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, you could probably build a better team with just those two. Like, let's say right now, the Boston Celtics would still do the Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, which I think they would, because the whole reason they want to trade Jaylen Brown is because they're afraid Jaylen Brown's going to leave. And we got those reports that the Celtics believe that Kevin Durant, in replace of Jaylen Brown, they win a championship. So if they really believe that, they'll make that trade. And you got, Malcolm Brogdon, who's basically your Miles Turner replacement, right? Or your Marcus Smart replacement, right? So you do that deal. Now you have Ben Simmons, Marcus Smart, and Jaylen Brown, right? And then plus they probably get like a Derek White and stuff like that. But let's say those three, right? Well, you still have Seth Curry, and then you go to the Lakers. And if I was the Nets, I'd go to the Lakers and say, hey, You know that deal that you have with the Indiana Pacers, both firsts for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner? Yeah. You keep Buddy Hield because we don't want Buddy Hield in his contract, but go get Miles Turner and we'll trade you, Max Christie and Miles Turner for Kyrie Irving, and you can have him right now. And there you go. Because you care less about the draft picks, right? You're trying to build a legit team. So now you just turned Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving into Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Miles Turner to add to Ben Simmons and Seth Curry. You are probably one of the best defensive teams in the league. You're better. You're much better than you are right now. You have more depth. You have scoring. You have shooting. You have everything. That's a better team than what the Brooklyn Nets are right now. It might not, on paper, it's not. But what the performance would be, yeah, absolutely, that'd be a better team. And you're still probably a top. That probably is enough to get you into the actual playoffs. Probably get you out of the play-in. Well, right now, this team is a play-in team. They were a play-in team last season, and they're still a play-in team this season. So what do? All the drama going on with Kyrie Irving right now, it's only going to continue. It's only going to get amplified because of all the drama that went off this last offseason, and all the pressure is going to be on that. So what do? If you're the Lakers, do you make a trade or do you wait for Kyrie Irving? I don't know. Maybe that's a video I'll just dedicate individually because that's actually a good point of topic. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think Kyrie Irving's eventually coming to the Lakers? Do you think that the Lakers would be better with Kyrie than without? Do you think teams would be scared of the Lakers with these three? However you feel, good, bad, ugly, somewhere in between. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below.